we've really only done 34 episodes of this show. It feels like it's more. Like sometimes we start this and I'm like, wow, I can't believe we're already this far along. And then some days I start this and I'm like, dang, we've only done that many, you know? Like,
you know what's nebulous?
Everything.
Time.
Yeah. Except this one has a very distinct quantifiable count on it. You know?
Yeah. And we've gone through so much, you know?
I know. I guess that's why it feels like there should be more.
Yeah, that like makes sense to me, but I very much feel I'm still on the other side of that. Like I'm still surprised by how many we've done, even though it does feel like we've gone through a lot of events. You know, I guess it still feels like this show's the baby. You know,
yeah,
like,
I'm
still the new one.
episodes.
Still kind of
right.
Oh, we're on episode 16 already. Like, damn, that's crazy.
Well, so let me ask you this.
No.
Obviously, you guys were surprised by Emily's guest appearance last time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Were you as equally surprised about the notion of actually meeting and sitting down with Desna?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty unusual for a Starfinder campaign, right?
Yep. I thought she would just be our mysterious patron for like an undisclosed amount of time, and then we figure something out or save the day, and then it's like, Desna arrives, and here's our just rewards.
See, that's the thing
So
about it.
used to Ibra.
The inscrutability. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look, as far as deities' levels of inscrutability, like Desna's, Ibra's at the top, right? But like Desna's pretty high up there with the inscrutable nature.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but Desna does not have the title, the inscrutable.
I mean, that's why
you
Ibra's
really
at the
think
top.
she's that inscrutable?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely think she's one of the
in
more
her, like, body in her
Yeah, she's one of the more like she's luck based, and she's she's not one of the more like I know that this has kind of come out of the game in its modern form or whatever, but like she's one of the less like more lawful or rigid feeling deities, and like Desna could just kind of pop up anywhere, just like Desna could be pulling strings doing whatever.
That's not really what inscrutable means, though.
Right?
Like inscrutable is like. If you can't interpret or understand like what
motivations,
what
or
anything is
reasoning,
going on with that with whatever is inscrutable. I think Desna's pretty up in front about what she's about. She's about luck, she's about dreams, and she's about travelers. And she's been more hands-on than any deity. In
this adventure she's been hands-on because it's a plot device that they're using. But like I think. In general, like, okay, yeah, if she's up front about being about luck, but okay, luck itself is such a vague concept that it's like, I feel like being the god of luck is in and of itself pretty inscrutable,
I just disagree. I just disagree. Because to me, it's what her motives are. Like, okay, luck is vague, but she isn't luck. She's just a champion of luck, right? She's a deity of luck, but that is not all that she is. She's also a goddess of dreams, and as I said, of travel. I don't find her to be that difficult to like pinpoint like what she's about. I
mean, dreams though, like dreams, I feel like take the forefront more than luck with Desna, right? And dreams are like one of the most inscrutable things you can discuss. Like the interpretations of dreams are like so wide open and so oft discussed that like I feel like being the deity of dreams, like that automatically makes you pretty inscrutable because you don't know how that deity may or may not be manipulating their dreams and what they want out of you with those dreams potentially,
I hear you, man. I'm not sold. I'm not sold. I have to agree with Adam. I think that, especially after having dealt with Ibra's for real inscrutable ass for years. Okay, Desna is so upfront and open and like telling you exactly what she wants out of you and what she wants you to do, and leading you and guiding you, that it's a night and day thing in terms of divine experience.
Yeah, but like I think this adventure is making her less. She ain't scrutin no more in this adventure. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, I mean,
Because
this
they're
is our view.
All right, man. Like I get that you disagree with me, but like, I think the context is important, right?
Sure.
Because outside of this adventure, which is, we've played 34 episodes of this, but we've played this game system for years, and this adventure, they're using Desna, and they're very hands-on with Desna, and she is very deliberately guiding you, right? So, yeah, in this adventure, not very inscrutable because it's so obvious that she's helping you, right? But, like, outside of that, pretty fucking inscrutable God. You know?
Well, you could say that about any of the deities then at that point. You know, like we have to, this all started because we were comparing Ibra to Desna, and we have direct experiences with both deities, and one is far more inscrutable than the other. You know what I mean? And yes, this adventure highlights Desna and gives us the opportunity to actually talk to her and know what she wants, but like, you could, if that's the only thing that makes her not inscrutable is because she's focused in the adventure, you could say that about any of the gods. You know, like what does the god of healing actually mean? What is healing? Is it mental healing? Is it physical healing? You know, like there's deities by nature are inscrutable as a whole, right? But I don't think that Desna is any more particularly hard to decipher than any of the other gods.
I disagree, and I think it's recency bias that you're disagreeing with me. Like, I think this adventure is doing that, and if we had never started this adventure and we had a conversation about like which gods are the most inscrutable, Desna would be like up there. I'm not saying it's Ibra level, but like being the god of dreams, I think is a pretty like vague, all over, we don't know what their motivations are kind of thing. You know?
Okay, but the definition of inscrutable, as from the
not
dictionary,
knowing their motivations, I know.
No, is impossible to understand or interpret. That is the definition. I would not say that Desna is impossible to understand or interpret.
I agree. I think she's very scrutable.
I mean, is she a flower? Is she a butterfly? Or is she an elf? I don't know.
She, yes.
She's, yes, okay. I guess that's scrutin.
That should be screwed.
It's scrit.
It's scrit. It's done scrote.
It's okay that we disagree. It's okay that we disagree. We have different perspectives and point of views. I don't appreciate you telling me I'm wrong because of you think that I'm not actually having this thought based on actual consideration, but that's okay.
I didn't.
That's okay. You did. You said that this was recency bias.
Yeah,
and
but, but that's not me. Like, I feel like you're making that out to be a meaner thing than it is. I think the context of us doing all this stuff very hands-on absolutely is recency bias, and that doesn't make it bad, right? Like, we're very engaged with this deity right now.
It does disqualify it as a valid perspective, though.
No, I don't. Like, okay. Now I feel like y'all are gaslighting me now. Like, I'm not trying to this is feeling like you're making it out like I'm personally attacking you, and I'm not.
No,
but I do think
that.
the context is so incredibly important in this situation. You know, like this context specifically lifts the veil so much on our general perception, you know? I think generally speaking, pretty inscrutable God. In this context, like that is different because of the context.
Mm-hmm. Now that we've met her, I'm like, hey, I could be a god. Where's that star stone?
Let me touch it.
I'll be there.
That's the problem. Is we don't know where the Starstone is, right?
No.
Absalom Station's gone.
Well, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
That's right.
I can't keep track of the timeline.
We're just not in that plane anymore.
Yeah.
No, you're in that plane. You're just at a different time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's happening in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Let me refresh because I feel like I have to do this every
I thought
couple weeks.
Cynosure was in a completely different
Well,
plane.
it's not my fault.
Yeah, Cynosure
It's in
is.
Elysium.
Yeah, Cynosure. I'm sorry, Cynosure. Yes, is in a different plane.
Right.
But
so
like,
we're in a different plane.
you're right. You're right. I thought she meant just like in general.
Oh, no.
Whenever you came back
from the last jump.
Yeah.
From the last jump, we were in our plane.
2 weeks before.
No, 300 years in the future.
Oh, 300
and then you
years.
jump back to your plane, your time, literally moments after the drift crash happened.
Okay.
And that's when you arrived at the black hole.
Yeah. And now we're in Elysium, which absolutely is a different plane.
Totally.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So if you're confused,
So
you're
are
an
we.
idiot, okay? You're a fucking
really
moron.
inscrutable.
If
That's
that was
right.
confusing, hang it up.
adventure.
You're never going to make it.
This adventure is inscrutable.
Just Google like the Paizo, Pathfinder, Starfinder universe planar cosmology, and it'll
makes
take like
sense.
45 minutes, but you'll understand.
Clear as mud.
Yeah. So anyway, back to my original question. I thought it was crazy that they would have you interact with a deity, especially at such a low level. And I was so worried that you guys were going to find out one way or another that you actually sit down. Well, because like people just talk about it, right? Like, you know, like this is a really exciting thing, and people are like, oh, we should play this adventure. You get to have brunch with a god, you know, and it's like, so I'm glad that didn't leak out to you guys.
Yeah, no idea.
What I really liked about it was the fact that across the APs, if there's any kind of divination or divine intervention or anything like that, it always is so indirect. It's always something that is akin to, the burning bush, the disembodied head, the voice, you know. It's or the dream, you know, and you know we experienced that with in this already. So actually being able to see and hear and actually exchange information with the bad bitch herself, that's fucking badass in my opinion. It's fucking cool that we were actually, especially this early in, to be able.
That's
to,
what's
Only
so
16
surprising.
episodes into this thing, dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if it was, you know, the way we record, generally we try to get together and do 2 episodes. So if it was, you know, a non-podcast game, it would be 16 sessions likely. You know?
Yeah.
But to John's point, and Adam made the same point earlier, the fact that it's so low level to be able to do that is what's kind of crazy. Like I could see, you know, we get in the last book or whatever, and we actually get a meeting with Desna, and it rallies us for this final boss kind of thing, and get some boons. Like that's what you would expect, you know?
right.
But like level 3, like, you know, like goodness, we're meeting a god. Like we're nothing.
Level 4 now.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
right.
by virtue of meeting the god.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I
level
mean, she's
3
a god.
in the
She could have
grand
bumped us
scheme of
up a little
things.
bit more, right?
Let's go ahead and
Can't give us 5 ladies.
on.
Yeah.
Level 7 is really where it pops. You know, if you really want us to save the
My
day,
build really
put us at
comes
7.
online about level 7, man.
She's so inscrutable that we don't understand
Exactly.
her
Totally.
motivations
Yeah, that's
are important for us to stay at the level she needs us at, because we don't know
inscrutable,
why
Damn,
we need to
dude,
stay
you
this
brought it
level
home,
currently.
dude.
You know,
You brought it home.
yeah.
Look at you.
You're gonna die on this hill alone, Heath. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, no, it was pretty neat, man. It's pretty neat. Like,
Yeah, and you know, it's just like another in a long series of really cool set pieces that this adventure just puts out for you. You know, I had a little bit of anxieties that it would feel a little scattered and detached. You know, like, okay, here's this thing, here's this thing, here's this thing, and I think there is some of that, but y'all's characters and like interactions throughout all that kind of brings them all together. And honestly, Desna's slight guidance through each of these things really kind of is the through line that is really neat.
I agree.
So
Didn't
my point
feel
is,
disjointed at all.
it's all downhill from here. The coolest thing.
Yeah, lower your expectations. We get you with 16 good, solid episodes. And,
You're really stuck on this 16 episodes.
and this one, yeah.
That's what he
I'm
let him live his
gaslighting you.
truth. Yeah.
I'm gaslighting you right now.
I mean, you'd be gaslighting me if I like was questioning what I thought, but I'm
You
still here.
are questioning me, and I keep telling you
No,
16
I'm not
episodes.
questioning. I am questioning you, but not questioning myself. See?
I see. Okay.
I think that you have some mental issues, inability to count.
Well, yeah.
I think I'm doing just fine.
I mean,
we have plenty
guys,
of
There's a
evidence of
gap
that.
in your knowledge, sir.
Yeah.
let's stop arguing and have a good 16th episode. Let's do this.
We've already done 16. This is episode
17.
17. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Come on, keep up, Dustin.
I mean,
it's episode 16
things are happening
somewhere.
so fast.
Yeah. Been a lot into these last 16 episodes.
We did episode 100, but then we jumped back in time to get back to 17. You know?
Look at that.
Right.
That'd be
Closing
about
the
right
loop
for
right now,
this
man. They're
adventure.
just closing the loop.
Dude, please label it episode 17, man.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Title it so it shows up and like on your podcatchers, and it, you know, like it'll say episode whatever number it
34,
really is,
and then-
but then make the title episode 17. So when it's in the podcatcher, it's like episode 34, episode 17.
The inscrutable.
That is probably going to be the actual title of this episode. It's episode 17. Oh, great. Well, yeah, so like you talked to her and now you are hanging out in her realm. Now, I want to put you guys at ease that while you're here, time is not moving in the same way. So like you don't have to worry about like, oh, we gotta go because, you know, Absalom's about to blow up. You know, like you're kind of continually being in this stretched out pocket of time.
Say the line, Adam.
I'm really trying hard to
Well,
Say the
avoid-
line, Adam.
that's not really nebulous. That makes it pretty rigid if time is kind of stopping for us, you know?
That is.
Hey, he's got a point.
That's good. That's a good.
I just disagree, but you know,
I agree with you. It's not nebulous when we know what's happening. You know,
That's true.
if like time was just stretching and contracting, just all over the place, that'd be pretty nebulous. But you know,
Okay. All right.
Before we get into exploring Cynosure, you guys did level up. I'm going to give you the option if you want to talk about your level up front here. You can. If there's things you want to kind of save to come out in game, that's fine too. But I just wanted to know that some of these early level ups are real, just like utility in nature. So I don't want to like force you guys to try to RP something that wouldn't make sense in the moment. Does anybody have anything that they're excited about for level 4?
I mean, I've got lots of stuff, and some of it's kind of complicated, and some of it I do want to save and do later. But as far as just sticking to the class, right, and like what evolutionist gets, you know, regardless of my free archetype and other things that I might gain access to outside of it, evolutionist gets at this level another adaptation, right? And that's the main thing, right? Like, if we stick to just the evolutionist itself and its progression, I get an adaptation and my skill points, right? And so that's the one thing that I don't mind talking about is my adaptation, and it's pretty neat. And it stacks with some stuff that I'm you know, this low level. The cool thing about low level, you know, getting past the level 1 and 2 kind of stuff is you're in that phase of just starting to get to kind of compile and stack some things and the baby part of putting a full build together, you know, which is pretty neat. So my evolutionist adaptation, this is my second one that I'm getting. My first one was distant strikes, so I can spend a mutation point and get reach, basically. This one I took resistant form, and so this is letting me kind of start developing a theme, and that theme is stacking resistances, right? Because from being a Summerborn Rhyphorian, I started the game with 5 fire resistance, which has come in really handy, right? I've gotten a lot of use out of it. And then I found a way to add a little cold resistance. I've got 2 cold resistance, right? So stacking a couple of different resistances. And I thought it would be really neat to, through the course of leveling Raya, really lean into that, you know, because it's kind of going a different route than other similar role characters that I've played. Like, it's not going all offense and as much power and damage as I can do. It's very defensive and being able to passively improve my defense. So I took resistant form. Essentially what it does is allows me to pick three energy damage types, right? And I can activate my resistant form to shrug off these harmful energies. So I already have 2, right? I have cold and fire. So I can pick all 3 of the other ones, and I can spend a mutation point as a move action to get energy resistance to one of those 3 that I chose, equal to 1 plus half my evolutionist level. So it'll scale up with me as I level up. And so it'll last for 3 rounds, but I could like get into a fight and it's like, oh shit, we're dealing with an enemy who's like specifically going hard in the paint on acid damage. Like, okay, well, I get to turn 2 or 3. I've got a few mutation points to spend one of them. Now I have acid resistance 3 for the next 3 rounds,
Nice.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah. And it's flexible because I can, like, I picked, I've got acid and sonic. I actually picked cold for my 3rd one because I have 2 points of cold resistance already, but it does stack. It'll stack with one other source. So I could get myself, like, say an enemy's doing cold damage, I could pop this bad boy, and currently at level 4, I could stack it on top of my 2 and get to 5 cold resistance.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's very cool. Yeah, and I guess your other stuff will kind of come out as we play.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, mine's pretty similar, man.
All right.
It just take 30 seconds. I just got a bunch of skill points, or a few skill points. I decided to put a rank into everything I didn't have a rank in already, even if it's not that great, because I just want to be able to aid a skill check.
Right.
Sure.
That's
Absolutely.
it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like just take the roll. You know what I mean? Just try the die.
Right. Just to even have the option.
Yeah. I did get, and I don't really know if it's worth RPing this out, but I did get swiftness as part of my free archetype, Disciple of the Stillness, to give me extra 5 feet of movement speed, so that's nice. And then I did get a new Vanguard Discipline, but it's combat centric, so it'll come out in combat.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, speaking
Nice.
of skill points, that's the one thing I glossed over. I don't get very many, so I just, I keep leveling up the ones that are important to me. But after recent events, I did finally put a point into acrobatics so that I'm not at a -3 acrobatics anymore. Now
nice.
I'm all the way up, living large with my +1 to acrobatics.
Oh, unstoppable.
You can at least count on whatever you get on the die. Is
Yeah, well, like when
what
we
you
were
get.
in a bad situation with acrobatics, I went back and looked, like, kind of tallied it out. I would have had to have rolled a 17 or better to succeed at that acrobatics check, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's not good,
That's 2E numbers, man.
right?
Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about, Zach. Anyway,
I do. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
John, what you got?
You got to roll 15 to hit.
Yep, that's the entirety of the game. Yep.
That's
the rule.
2E.
That's
Yeah,
the
you got to roll
hard,
15.
fast rule. Every other
yeah.
rule is nebulous, but that one is absolute concrete.
We can count on that
It's
one.
written on stone. So as far as Sibana, really a lot of it is just like I've retrained a spell, and the rest of the spells are kind of going to be coming into effect. I don't know whether they're going to be RP'd as much, but one thing that did stand out is her archetype, Anomaly Hunter. It got a level 4, which is now Anomaly Expert, which allows basically a reroll on life science, mysticism, or physical security, and take the better result. So advantage, but also getting to expend a resolve point for each use after the first, which I thought was pretty cool. So that will be something that will be of great use in the coming checks.
Yeah, re-rolling those physical security checks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Physical security check.
Did I really say physical security?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I thought I said physical science. Okay, yeah.
you did.
I thought you meant like breaking a lock. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, going hard. We don't have a rogue.
It's like, oh, you took a profession security.
Other than that, I mean, yeah, it's going to be some spells involved, just kind of weaving in some timey shit here and there, and anything that has to do with what's it called, your more social skills are going to be thrown in there as well. There's a spell for that. So,
Gil got some spells. And that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I got something else, but my archetype is the dream researcher, and we are in Desna's realm, so I want to flavor it as such, and maybe do a little bit of RP to kind of reveal that a bit.
Beautiful. Well, yeah, I'm sure more of that will come out as we play. For the meantime, you're in Cynosure, and you can explore at will. Now, Midnight Lane is the main thoroughfare that kind of takes you through all the different parts of Cynosure. There's the Wanderer's Rest, which is the hotel which you have keys for. That's where your rooms are. There is the Somnum Spire, which is the tallest structure in the city. It's even higher than Desna's Palace. And you would know that to be the broadcast station for dreams. Mm-hmm. There's the Cynosure Port. It's exactly what you would think it would be, but it's also serves as the marketplace. So there's all sorts of different vendors and convenience stores and food pop-ups and all that kind of stuff there. There's, of course, Desna's Palace itself, the Sevenfold Palace, and then there's the Stardust Cafe. There's, shops along the way. There's clubs along the way. There's lots of different things to hit. But these are some of the key points of exploration. You had just walked out. Sayun had just walked out from his one-on-one with Desna, joining up with the rest of the crew, and that's kind of where we'll start.
Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
What about the rest of the crew? What are they? Are they still on the ship?
Oh, no, they're like disembarking and being helped by Crimson Caprice. They also have rooms at the hotel, so they're kind of working on getting themselves situated over there.
Oh, nice.
They're all a little bitter that they didn't get to meet Disney, but they're not saying as much.
Mm-hmm. So how about it? Let's start this pub crawl. Let's get everybody together. Invite all the crew, and let's just get hammered today.
I mean, that actually sounds kind of cool. Like if we got the whole crew together and did a fucking Desna's Dream Realm pub crawl.
I mean, not every day that we're in a divine realm, and I'm sure we kind of know what the future holds for us, and it's pretty shit. I think it's a good time to kind of let loose and just get crunk. Do the kids still say that, crunk?
Yeah, they still say it, Gramps.
Oh,
Let's get you back to the nursing home.
Skeet, skeet, motherfucker. Skeet, skeet, goddamn.
On Desna, y'all. On Desna.
Oh, no.
369, Desna's fine.
She sure is.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know where to go from there.
I don't either.
I don't either, man.
I mean, I don't know. I actually kind of love that idea. And I feel like we've been through so much stuff lately in general. And, for the really combat centric or important stuff, generally the crew outside of the party gets left on the ship a whole lot. So, coming somewhere really special like this, it would feel kind of shitty to not let them kind of get a stroll around and experience this once in a lifetime visit to this place,
Mm-hmm.
For real.
I think they are, though. They are going to do that, right?
What? Experience
Walk
the place?
around Cynosure.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys are wanting to set up a group outing,
Hang.
yeah, you certainly can do that. At this point, they're just unpacking the ship and heading to the hotel.
I guess we just I kind of glossed over the whole Sayun and Desna one-on-one thing. So what is like, are you like acting differently, or like are you just like the same Sayun?
I think Sayun would probably be in pretty deep thought after that conversation. Not necessarily like skipping along in Cynosure or anything. I mean, you know, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the vibe. But I mean, you know, he would rock up and probably not offer any necessarily, you know, new information about it, but would just say, apologies for the delay. And just looking at everybody.
I feel like everybody's just looking at you like expectantly, like spill the tea, like just eyeballing you. You just met solo with a deity, so I feel like the awkward pause that we had would be very much the party just being like,
raising eyebrows.
Yeah.
Anything to share, you know?
You got any hot goss?
What is hot goss?
Just gossip? I thought you were familiar with the slang, but
I'm sorry.
not really gossip, I guess. I was just trying to be funny, but you know, if you don't want to share, that's fine. But not everyone gets a one-on-one with.
Your stares pierce straight through me. I'm unsure if I must shop for a holy symbol. It appears that Desna's shadow, the silence between, has favored me, and perhaps I will not be spiraling into an inevitable grasping by the void. So that's good news.
Yes,
that sounds like
great news.
I think that's reason to drink.
You do seem like you need to loosen up a bit.
I mean, you're harder to read than an Embry sometimes. So I second that. If we want to go out and, time is frozen here. We might as well go ahead and enjoy ourselves.
Did I hear something about drinking?
Walter, your tusk must be sweating.
Always.
Or would you like to cool them off with a refreshing beverage here in Cynosure?
I can't think of a better use of my time.
I'm really interested to see how much you can put down that gullet.
I can put 4 times the size of you in here and not feel a thing.
About 4 goblins worth, or 4 gnomes worth. Sorry.
4 gnomes worth.
You want to take a bet?
Oh, sure.
Gilderon, I would not advise such a challenge.
We're not in a fraternity, all right?
It is simply a matter of size.
I mean,
it's just pure biology.
All right, well, let's...
Very well. Your funeral.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
I mean, he has to drink 4 times my size. I'm not going to drink 4 times my size. Maybe over the course of our stay here, maybe.
How about this? You drink 1 times my size, and I drink 4 times your size, and we'll see who's still standing.
You know what? After consideration, I think I don't think that was a very good idea, actually. But I do think we should get the whole crew together, and he like spins his...
Of course, especially if you're going to give yourself alcohol poisoning, we got to get the doctor there. I'm just kidding.
That is a good point, though.
Gildy, luck might be on your side here.
If anywhere, luck would be on my side. It's here.
Well, that raises a philosophical question.
Oh, no.
If luck is present here for you, would it be here for me too? I mean, so
in other words, both y'all just get trashed as fuck, is what happens.
Yeah. Maybe you can
quite
find
lucky.
yourself some superpowers.
Who's to say that I haven't already been working on those, waiting in the wings for my time to shine?
Hey, for real.
Well, I mean, seriously though, like neither of you like drink so much that you get alcohol poisoning, whether or not we're in Elysium.
Not gonna do that.
But it would be nice. Let's all get the crew together. Let's have a drink. I think we've earned it after everything we've been through. Let's go. Let's get everyone.
That sounds great. Yeah, I'll round up the rest of them. That little butterfly man, Caprice, I think is his name.
Caprice Cranston.
Gil, here's a bet that I would like to take out with you. We could bet on how many drinks it takes for Jamila to take before she busts out her hero cards and wants to start reading everyone's fortunes.
Oh, you got that bet? You got that.
All right. Well, what's your over under? You know.
Oh, let's see. How many drinks? I mean, you know her.
We'll set the over under at 3.5. You think more or less?
Definitely more.
As you guys are like talking out this bet, this gnome comes up to you, and they're wearing like a bunch of bracelets. They're wearing goggles. They're wearing really bright, like fluorescent clothes, like a mesh shirt over a white T-shirt, like white graphic T-shirt. They got a fanny pack on. You know, they got like a camel pack on their back, and they're just like drinking water. And they're like, "Hey guys, look, I see that you guys are new here, and I just want to let you know." And starts like handing out flyers to you. There's a pop-up rave tonight at the Moonlight Grotto. Be there or be cubed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be the happening tonight. You know, it's gonna be great. Just check it out. Tell everybody you know it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna be spinning some records. I don't know who Ria's got tonight as the guest, but it's always something fun and exciting. So yeah, y'all should come. Moonlight Grotto, check it out.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, we're going to that, aren't we?
All right. Well, see you. Bye.
It's funny. We were just talking before the show about there's like renamed, substances people can imbibe. What was the one y'all were talking about when I got on, Adam?
Oh yeah, the Starshine Serum.
Starshine Serum. There's going to be a lot of Starshine Serum at the grotto this evening.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody's gonna love it.
Everybody's gonna
love everything.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, is that what we're doing?
You're gonna go to the hotel, right? Get set up. I assume is the first thing to do. Before you get to, you gotta get settled before you start getting out. A little bit about the Wanderer's Rest. It's located downtown. This hotel resembles a mansion carved out of a massive glacier. Made of luminescent blue crystal with a frosted, icy appearance, the hotel maintains a variety of rooms to suit the preference of all patrons. Luxurious suites are available, but thrifty visitors can rent efficiency rooms. The staff serve a complimentary meal each day, but the meal times change frequently at the whim of the head chef. You have keys to luxury suites, so you guys got the good rooms.
Fancy.
Very nice.
I bet it's got a bidet for sure.
Oh yeah.
I immediately thought you were going to say sauna, and bidet threw me for.
I was thinking he was going to say jacuzzi.
It's got all three.
Yeah, right. There's a bidet in the jacuzzi. No.
I mean, technically, all jacuzzis have a bidet.
I regret saying that.
You just gotta tilt things the right direction.
All right, so you guys make your way to the hotel, and when you get into the lobby, you see a very familiar face. It's none other than Triffy.
Right.
Oh.
Triffy's
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, I did not expect to see y'all in here. Well, I guess I kind of did. We were all kind of it all happened at the same time. But yeah, I guess all the monks went one place and my little pod went here. I'm not sure why I was brought here, but one of them little Desna bugs came up to me and said that I should come here and inquire about a position, since I'm now out of work, as it were, and all that.
Well, it seems that luck was on your side, because this is likely the best place you could have ended up.
Well, yeah, and I think that's in large part thanks to y'all. I mean, I could have ended up in the void. I sure as hell wouldn't be cooking too much in there, would I? Oh, man, that was close.
Well, don't worry about cooking over here. Now you can go ahead and drink with the rest of us.
Oh, well, I love cooking, but I also love drinking, so I'm going to do both. Maybe I'll apply for the job here first before I get drunk, and then I'll come get drunk with you guys.
You should start an Elysium food truck. You could go to all the different locations, pop around with your food truck.
I feel like you're missing what I'm saying. I got an interview for a job here at this hotel. This is like top tier restaurateur shit.
For like food prep or
Oh my
sous
God,
chef
no,
or
I'm be the head chef.
Oh, the head chef. Oh, wow.
Now, did you guys
well,
lose some brain cells
pre-congratulations.
on your way through all the portals and stuff? Because you guys were a lot more smart when I was talking to you before.
Well,
to
we
be-
just finished talking to a goddess.
Oh, well, aren't you something special?
Yeah. Also, to be fair, the first thing you said was, I don't know how I ended, or I didn't expect to see you guys here, so, you know,
We've
all
been a
said
little
dumb
rattled.
shit. Yeah.
Right, we're all a little rattled. Well, yeah, so you heard about this party that's going on tonight?
The one in the grotto?
Yeah, that's the one I'm going. You guys going?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, wish me luck. I guess, I mean, it's already here in this place, but wish me luck nonetheless as I go and interview for this job. You guys got any pointers on job interviews? It's been a long time since I've done one.
But look, they're interviewing you for your skills as a cook, and those you have no short supply of. Just be yourself, tell them what you're good at, and you should be a shoo-in.
All right, well, I appreciate it. Can I use you guys as references? Considering that you're Desna's chosen and all, that'd be a pretty good reference.
Sure.
Totally. Just throw my name around. If it benefits you, just throw my name around. Just throw it.
I will, Gilderon.
Look, and if
Gilderon
you-
Whistlepop.
If you need to tell a fib and, you know, stretch the truth a bit, just text me beforehand, before you give them my phone number, and we'll get on the same page. So if I need to cover for you, you know,
Well,
can
I
do
mean,
that.
I wasn't planning on doing any lies, but now you got me wondering, should I be lying too? Is there something I shouldn't? Okay.
No, probably not. Probably.
Don't press your
not
luck.
here. Not here. No. Just be
No, I didn't
yourself,
think
and you know that raises a question.
Yes.
How does a interview go for a head chef? I imagine it wouldn't just be sitting down in front of each other in
they're
fancy
probably gonna
attire. It
do-
would be actually cooking, right?
Yeah, they're probably going to give me some sort of mystery basket with a lot of ingredients and ask me to cook something up and see what I can make with it. So,
Oh, like
that's
Iron
how it's
Chef.
been- Well, yeah, something like that. I won't be competing with nobody against the clock or anything like that, but, you know, they'll probably give me some eggs, an olive, some orange juice, and some bread and said, now come up with something, you know, and I have to come up with something.
Well, I
would
believe in
be-
you.
That'd be difficult for me, but I'm no head chef, so.
Well, I do get to bring my little bag of spices, you know, like, so I do get to bring a couple pantry items, you know, basic pantry items. Anyways, I don't want to bore you with all that. I'll see you at the party. I'm glad you guys made it safe, and thank you
you'll-
for saving my skin.
You'll be fine. You're a regular Jordan Gramsci.
I love him, even though he's a little too mean for me sometimes, but he's softened in his old age, so...
My favorite thing that he does is when he has to do the show with kids, so he has to be nice.
Yeah, that's
the good one,
It's
yeah.
sweet. Those kids are so nice to each other. Anyway, I'm gonna be late for my interview. I gotta go.
Oh, yep. Don't do that.
And they scurry off.
Yeah, that's pleasant. That'll be nice. Getting
Yeah.
a little head chef job.
Right. Well said there, Ryan.
Yeah, so you guys go get situated in your rooms. You know, there's still a while before the party starts. So I don't know if you guys are just wanting to like walk around. I don't know if there's any shopping that you wanted to do. If you're hungry, there's certainly some really good like taco trucks and that kind of thing.
First of all, Raya's got to get dolled up. Raya's been in this heavy armor for days now. You know, this is we're going out partying. she's got to get her fancy dress out. I've done, whenever I first made the character, I made a hero forge of her in her armor, and then in this like red and gold ball gown, and I think that may be a little too formal, but she's certainly got other. I think it would be like a very fancy, like sundress kind of situation, But goes and gets a nice shower, changes up her jewelry, gets some dangly gold earrings. Gets her sundress on. Wants to get to feeling nice, because like we've been in combat and stuff so much that she hasn't gotten to, just get dressed up and feel nice.
Yeah, totally. Makes sense.
Absolutely.
And I think Gilderon's right there with you, like, not like with you, but like...
Get out of my shower.
He's getting like his hair coiffed up, and he's like waxing his mustache, making sure his clothes are nice and are ironed and stuff. He knows he's going to probably lose some pair of, pieces of clothing, but like
Gil,
at the start of the day, he's going to look good.
Hey, Gil, you think that you could like debug me a bit? I want to look nice and fresh too. I don't want to have like little glitches and all that.
Toof, I would be happy to. Just let me know how you...
But it's been like a long time since you've cleaned my hard drive and all that. A good defragging every now and then is good computer health.
And I apologize, Toof. I feel like a different person now, and just ask it of me, and I will do my best to do it.
Right, we'll consider it asked.
All right, let's do it.
All right, great.
Give me a DC 40 computers check. You're obviously pretty familiar with your own holopet, and so even Toof is looking sharp. It's like you got him in like a little bow tie and suspenders, and like a nice like blue shirt, short sleeve shirt, but like kind of paisley on it. I do have this sort of image in my mind of maybe our rooms, Gil and Raya's, are like happen to be next to each other, and they spend like an hour or so like getting ready. But I love the idea that maybe they keep bouncing to each other's room to borrow a comb or borrow a blow dryer or whatever, and like here, like what is it called? My dadgum bug in my hair. Stylemander. You need to borrow my Stylemander to get your hair all whipped up and all that. I think that's a cute idea. Yeah. They're kind of fashioning each other up.
I think Subhana, I would imagine she did not bring anything like that with her on the ship, as far as like any kind of like fucking just outerwear that you just go out to go like out on the evening, like
maybe
completely
not
just like lab appropriate stuff.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not club wear, but
no,
you would certainly have a like because there was going to be media stuff, so you would have like a nice business suit or a like a business casual.
Yeah.
I mean, you would be expected to.
Sure. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so, but, like, as far as, like, any kind of dresses or anything, I don't think she would have anything like that. But, yeah,
I mean, I can let you borrow a blouse or something. I guarantee Raya's got more than she needs.
Right, and I think that's kind of what it's going to end up being, is that she would probably come by. That's what I was trying to get to, is that, like, I think Raya would, Subhana would definitely go to Raya, just kind of, like, fretting over, like, what kind of clothing to actually go out in public with. She didn't bring like any kind of wear that she would normally go out with. So I think she would probably be trying to like bug you, but also like, hey, I'm not trying to get in your way. If you can please just help me, I need some help here.
Right, like she's being kind of coy about it. I think maybe you come to Raya's door, and she's been kind of fretting around back and forth between her room and Gil's, getting them both dolled up.
Got a minute?
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Hey, look. I was eager about going out, and then I realized that I didn't pack anything that's worth going. I'm going to feel overly formal going out on a pub crawl in a business suit.
She grabs your hand, says, "Come here," and pulls you in the door, shuts the door, and kind of turns to you, grabs both hands, and says, "Subhana, I know, you know, your role in this party, you're the mother hen, right? Most of the time. But when it comes to fashion, look at me. Look at me. I am the mother now.
I dig it.
And she absolutely, she's like, all right, let's go and look through, and pulls out her like suitcase or whatever, and has all kinds of like beautiful fabrics and colors and different blouses, and you know what are you feeling something flowy, or you feeling a dress, or would you rather do like a blouse and maybe some shorts or a skirt combo, what, you know, and is going on and on.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think she would definitely go with like the blouse and shorts kind of combo, you know, or short pants, you know, or something like that. But
all right, we can make this work. We got you.
I'm like imagining like a dressing room montage, you know, like all the movies.
Absolutely, yeah. Just like constantly, just kind of going through what matches, what doesn't, you know, and just doing that for a while, and just kind of like really just kind of nitpicking over her age and whatnot, and like, you know, how like either her scales just aren't as vibrant, yada yada yada. Just basically almost just kind of like fishing for compliments and whatnot.
Oh, stop!
Kinda,
You're gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're mature. We're gonna be decadent tonight. Look, I'm feeling for you. If you're worried about the luster of your scales, we can bring them out. I think a nice combination of this sort of golden under tunic thing and this tangerine flowy layer over it, and bringing you bright colors, you know, to kind of make your eyes pop, and you know, is really into it.
Yeah. And by the end of it, I feel like she feels completely confident now that like, okay, yeah, she doesn't feel like she would be sticking out, you know, that she would actually feel like she'd be, you know.
Yeah. So, like, the three of you are all dolled up. You come down to the lobby, and Sayin looks exactly the same, just sitting there with his arms.
He's sharpening his sword.
Yeah, he's still got a sword with him, you know.
Is everyone ready?
Are you ready?
Of course. I've been waiting here for you all.
Raya, do you have like an extra bow we can put on him?
Yeah.
Do you need the sword? We're kind of in a safe spot here.
She sees his gaze and like slowly and quietly tucks the tie that she had like behind her back so he doesn't see it, you know?
Very well. I'll leave the sword. You make an excellent point.
Yeah, we're in a safe space here. I don't think we're going to encounter any combat.
Yeah, I mean,
situations
he would take his armor off, I guess, probably beat the dust off his robes, right? Tighten them up a little bit, maybe, you know,
like a ceremonial robe.
He'd be ready to go. Yeah.
So you got debutantes and gentlemen and this fucking samurai cowboy, fresh from battle looking motherfucker.
Yeah. Dope. All right, so it's still like mid-afternoon. You got some time to just kind of get the lay of the land. Uptown has like artwork and like music shops and that kind of thing. It's like the arts district. As I said, the port is where like all the shops are. You know, where do you guys want to? Where do you want to go?
Uptown sounds like a great start. Obviously, we're going to end up, you know, getting some drinks and stuff somewhere as we go. But the arts district and stuff sounds
and that
great.
stuff closes earlier than all the rest.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm guessing this is a city where you can just like order a drink, walk outside, get on the
dude, it's
midnight
open
lane, and just like
Absolutely
open
not.
container.
No open container.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like we're just like sipping.
They've got ambrosia shops all over the place, but like you have to drink them there.
But they have that little fence right there at the curb, and once you
No
can't bring a
ambrosia
drink,
fence,
beyond that, it's got like a little bench set up.
That's where
just a bunch
Desna
of
draws the
people
line.
drinking ambrosia out of a brown paper bag.
Damn.
Every like 2 blocks, you see ambrosia daiquiris and chicken and waffles, like, and all the joints are both. You know,
No, there's
Dude,
absolutely
sounds good.
no issue with you guys having drinks as you walk. And it's funny, you notice as you're drinking, like you're not feeling intoxicated ever, but you feel more with it and like lithe and lubricated, you know, without any of the like negative effects of alcohol, you know. And you still have control of your inhibitions and everything, but you just, like, your anxieties seem to drip away, and you just feel a lot more at ease and, like, energetic, you know? So
And
you guys
Gilderon's-
go ahead.
Gilderon's like going for like the most colorful drinks. He's not going to drink the same drink twice. He's going to try everything that he can try.
You could literally have a rainbow drink if you wanted.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
I want to have a drink that has colors I've never even conceived of, you know?
Yeah,
like this is like a
colors that we
divine
can't even
realm.
describe on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like Thurple.
yeah, Thurple. And like ultra green.
Sayun will wait for Gil to order all of these drinks at each of these spots, and then like surreptitiously go up to the bartender and say, "I'll have one of what he's having," and just like be like tucking the straw underneath his mask. All the
But I
time
need
he's
it
walking.
completely covered, black lid. You know,
I have a reputation to uphold.
Okay, so you make it uptown, and it's really nice, right? Like it's almost high-end cottages all along this part of town, you know, and there are a lot of street musicians, you know.
Subana and Raya arm in arm skip past one that's singing "Uptown Girls."
Yeah, something like that.
Great.
Yeah, so there's that, and then there's like, you see this one person playing an instrument that you've not really ever seen before, and like it's a microphone, but as they're singing into it, it's like it sounds like a whole choir is singing, even though one person is singing.
Okay.
And like you actually see some like colorful sonic rings coming out of it that dissipate before it like reaches the crowd.
It's a didgeridoo.
Yeah, something like that. It's actually called a chorister, and it is available for sale here in Cynosure, but it's only for singers if you're a singer. Meanwhile, I could be a singer.
There's a karaoke bar down the street. We're all singers.
You're kind of walking through, looking at the various art galleries and stuff, and you come across this one that's called the Polaris Gallery. And you see a bunch. First of all, you smell patchouli, just like wafting out of this 2-story brownstone.
Oh, it's you, Jamila.
The gallery's on the bottom floor of this 2-story building, and every spare inch of wall is just covered in thousands of paintings demonstrating a variety of artistic styles. The gallery owner is a Osharu. You guys know what Osharus are?
I should, but I don't.
I've heard of the name.
They're like this kind of like
They're
snail
like
slug
snail.
creatures.
They're very vibrantly colored
yeah.
snail, but like they're humanoid in that they generally have two arms, and 2 legs. Right?
I'll put the kind of standard in our Discord chat so you can kind of get a look here.
Oh my.
Dustin, do not Google. You're forbidden from Googling
I didn't
anything
Google.
that I say. Okay. I'm just preemptive. So here's 2 different Asharus, right?
Oh, that's
I would
cool.
say the one that you're interacting with looks more like the top one. Very colorful.
brightly colored. Yeah.
Yeah, like got a purple face, orange spikes coming off the back of their soft head with some like orange, whatever those, I guess antenna, but what are the
Cones.
bottom ones called?
Oh.
Like when you have antenna on the bottom. I guess
no
bottom
idea.
antenna. That's what we're gonna call them, bottom antenna.
Tendril.
Yeah, and he says, "Oh well, hello, welcome to the Polaris Gallery. I am the painter of dreams, and I will sell any of these fine works for credits, UPBs, trinkets, even whatever currency that you're willing to offer." As he's doing this, all of you make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm good at those.
And for what it's worth, he's not like really looking at you guys. He's got his head down, working on some piece, and he just kind of heard you guys come in with the bell ring. So he hasn't really looked up at you.
21.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
17.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dustin.
23.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Nice.
Okay. You're looking through these paintings, Raya, and as I said, there's a lot of different styles. Some are abstract blotches of color. Some have intricate geometric works, while others are realistic paintings of scenery or still life tableaus. As you're looking at all of these, you get this intense feeling of deja vu. And you see in the window a stylistic portrait of a devil with feminine features, black feathered wings, and wicked horns standing before a swirl of psychedelic colors. You recognize this to be Malakanto. Then the Asharu looks up and first takes you in for the first time, and his eyes go wide, his antenna waving in the air. And he says, it's you. I dreamed of you 3 nights ago. I dreamed of you. Please take this painting. I dreamed of this woman and you, and this never happens.
Wait, slow down. I mean, I'd be happy to take your painting. I'd feel bad not paying you for it. Why don't you take a breath? Tell me what you think. And a handsome breath it was. Why don't you maybe take a less dramatic breath and explain to me what you're talking about? What do you mean you dreamed of me and this woman?
Well, all of you, as he's taking all of you in, it was some epic battle between you and this devil. It was exciting, if not a bit scary. But you stand here before me unscathed and certainly not with a devil. So it was just a dream after all, I'm sure.
Who won in the dream?
Well, I woke up before there was a winner decided. I'm sorry. Let's just say that you guys did.
I'm sure we did,
How
but
convenient.
I'm sure you did too. It's 4 against 1.
I mean, nothing is just a dream, right? I mean, look at where we
Everything
are.
is a dream and nothing is a dream.
So
inscrutable.
I'm going back to the hotel to think about this. I don't know.
Wait. Take this painting
We just
with
got
you.
here.
Joking.
But
and he does calm down a little bit,
And it's wow, this is just so interesting. What is your names?
I'm Subana.
Subana,
Gilderon Whistlepop at your service.
Gilderon, Whistlepop.
With the flourish.
Yes, he flourishes with his antenna.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Sayun of Clan Vav.
Sayun of Clan Vaho. Nice to meet you, and you.
And she kind of takes his sluggy hand or whatever and kind of pats it, and it's and I'm Ryanoxia Tyro. Raya for short.
Yeah, I'll just call you Raya. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. You must be new to Cynosure, yes?
Indeed, yes. We've only recently
welcome. Oh, and I
arrived.
see you have the motes of Desna about you. You are important indeed. Maybe that's why I was dreaming of you.
Perhaps so. I mean, it is the deity of dream, and she seems to have some purpose and interest in us. So we're still quite new to this whole thing ourselves. So I find it quite shocking, but not altogether unbelievable that you would have a dream that involves us here in this place.
I am very curious, though. I'm something of a scientist myself,
Okay.
and
Nice.
I would really love to know the details of the dream, if you can remember them as detailed as you can make them.
Well, as I have read everything there is to read, but I will make something up. Okay. No, I can. It's with dreams. It can be hard, but no, you were in space, and there was a giant cube.
Oh, okay.
And this devil lady attacked you while you were on the cube, and you started fighting, and then that was when I woke up.
Okay.
Well, I'm happy to report that dream actually happened.
Oh,
So-
it did.
Yes, you had a
You know that it
prophetic
didn't,
dream.
right?
I thought we had the. Oh, that wasn't a cube. That was the space
No,
station.
no.
But you did see a cube
Yes.
at the space station. You saw
Okay.
the schematics for a cube.
Right,
It's all
and that's
coming
what
back to me.
kind of like Raya kind of raised her eyebrows when he's like, "You were in space." Like immediately, it's like we weren't in hell. We were in
No,
space.
no. Why would you be in hell? You seem like good people.
Well, thank you. But yeah, no reason. I just would have expected that to be the locale of this dream.
No. It was some giant cube floating in space.
Cool.
I do not believe that has happened to us yet in our present timeline.
No.
Well, dreams are dreams, and they are not always prophetic. However, it is interesting that you arrive in my store 3 days after.
I find it quite interesting that we are here in Cynosure, Desna's realm, the realm of dreams, and we encounter you, a painter of dreams,
Well, of course,
self-professed.
where else would I be? I'm a painter of dreams. This is the perfect place for me to sell my wares. It shouldn't be that
Indeed.
surprising that I'm here.
That is not what's surprising. The fact
Oh.
that we walk into your shop and there is a painting of us there.
Oh,
is the
right,
thing
that is the
most
surprising part of this situation. You're right. Yes.
Yes, that's what.
Well,
what I
we're
meant.
all surprised.
I'm not surprised anymore. I'm
I think this.
taking another sip of my drink and saying,
this is strong. I think this conversation has run its course. We're just going in circles
Well,
at this
no,
point.
actually, but before you leave, I do have a request, and I only ask you because you do have. Hold on. You do have the motes of Desna about you, and that usually means that you're helpful people. I have yes, go ahead. I see you
no,
have something to
say
say.
was gonna whisper to the party. Oh, that's right. We're supposed to be helping the residents of Cynosure.
That's right.
I completely forgot about that. No lie.
You may not be
and we're
aware,
out
but
drinking.
I have 4 antennae, which means I'm really receptive to sound. I can hear you, but that's okay.
Very well. I was telling my party here that
Oh,
we
I
were
heard you.
supposed
Yes,
to be
fine.
here.
Yes. Oh, great. Good. So you will help then, yes?
Yes, I believe we will. Yes.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, I have a friend. It's a gnome named Safano, and he used to come here every day. But I haven't seen him in 3 days. I'm worried. Do you think that you could go and check on him?
Sure, if you can give us a direction.
I can give you an actual address.
Perfect then.
It's 143 Stardust Lane.
Hold
you
on.
can just-
143 you said?
Yep, Stardust
Okay.
Lane.
Is that one word or two?
Yeah.
It's 2 words.
Okay.
And then do you abbreviate lane or do you spell
no,
it all out?
So I know this was confusing. It's actually Star and then Dust Lane is one word.
Oh, and then street.
It's on,
Star Dust Lane Street.
no, it's
Oh,
on the
Lord.
it's on the dust lane named Star.
Right. He gets it.
I'm a
perfect
she,
sense.
but all right.
143. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. You can just plug that into your mouse, and it will take you right there.
So what was this gnome's name again?
Stefano, right?
Stefano.
Do you know his last name?
He has no last name.
Okay, different Stefano.
Oh, you know Stefano?
Yeah. Stefano Gringlepop. He's my cousin.
Gringle Pop.
Well,
Are they all just pops at the end?
I've never actually asked him his last name, so he could be, but he is bleached.
I am familiar with that.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm telling you.
Really? That's so. I don't want to make presumptions, but that kind of surprises me, being in a world of dreams and he's undergone bleaching. That's just,
Well, I think that hopefully him being here will undo the bleaching. But it hasn't yet, and now he's gone missing.
well,
Very well.
I think we can find him.
Yes, I know that you can.
he did just give us the address. I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
can find it.
But what if he's at home? All right, well, let's go to 143 Stardust Lane.
Alright, bye guys. We'll see ya.
No.
See ya.
So I can have the painting though?
Yes, bye.
we gotta revisit from Myrtleberg.
Merkelberg pop.
Funny bunny.
Thanks for listening to the STF Network. If you want to hear more from us, check out our other Starfinder and Pathfinder shows at the STFnetwork.com. That's the STFnetwork.com. And support us on Patreon to listen to our bonus podcast, including our homebrew adventures and Tom Talks, our behind-the-scenes show. Stay groovy, possums.